the function of the acupoint is the same, centralizing the Shen. And now, before continuing with Jean-Marc's idea of what resonates on Dumai 11, I think it's convenient to make a brief clarification. There's a French sinologist named Cyril Javary, who, among other works, has translated the Book of Changes, the I Ching. Very unfortunately, I think that his books are not translated to English. In one of his books, named La souplesse du dragon, the softness of dragon, he explains that Chinese culture conceives an organization of the world without a principle or scale, a disposition in which, at each point, the structure of the whole is found. He adds that this cosmogony was, at that time, very distant from Indo-European explanations of the nature of the world. Furthermore, he mentions that today, such view of the world is perfectly comparable to what mathematicians have termed fractal organizations. The idea of such organization emerged in the West in 1974, thanks to the insight of the wise American Benoit Mandelbrot. In a fractal structure, the smaller components of an entity replicate the same type of structure as the larger ones. This structure is extremely prevalent in nature. It's found in mountains, in snowflakes, and in the sky clouds also. The fractal organization also characterizes the internal organization of many living systems, such as trees, where each leaf is built on a network of nerves identical to those of the tree itself, or blood vessels, where each capillary follows the organization of veins and arteries. So, the fractal organization is equally at the foundation of how the ancient Chinese represented the universe. And I explain this because, following this logic, Cyril Javary further explains that when the third emperor of the Ming dynasty, Yongle, at the beginning of the 15th century, decided to transfer the seat of power from Nanjing to Beijing, he had the entire city constructed following a wide overlay of symbols. In fact, this author has an entire book dedicated to this subject. The title is The Forbidden Purple City, in French. Now, let's return to Jean-Marc Espy's depiction of Shendao, Dumai 11. Following these premises, which this author has always been very clear about, this acupuncturist conducted a study on the symbolism of the human body in relation to the Imperial Palace of Beijing. That is, Espy asserts that the Imperial Palace replicates the scheme of the human body, as it is the depository of the supreme archetype. Without delving into any explanation of the considered points, we had already talked about this relationship when discussing Dumai 10. Let's recall that Espy associates it with the coal hill of the palace because both share a defensive function located in the north, both of the palace and the human body. Well, now Espy relates the Dumai 11 acupoint to the Palace of Preserved Harmony in the Imperial Palace of Beijing, just at the center of the Forbidden City, and associates this acupoint with Xin Shu, that is, with the active capacity of the heart. The Palace of Preserved Harmony is where the emperor governs the empire, but always does so with presence, not through activity. In the clinical indications of Dumai 11, we have seen that the predominant conditions in the clinic of Shendao are psychic conditions. And Espy states that it is a yin-type clinic, often with an effective cause.